Question 1. A financial application requires disaster recovery with a recovery time objective, RTO, of 15 minutes and a recovery point objective, RPO, of 5 minutes. Cost is a major concern. Options: A. Use S3 and enable cross-region replication, CRR. B. Use AWS backup with daily snapshots of the data. C. Use an active-passive multi-region architecture with RDS read replicas. D. Use an active-active multi-region architecture with Aurora Global Database. Correct answer: D. Use an active-active multi-region architecture with Aurora Global Database. Explanation: Aurora Global Database provides near real-time replication across regions, latency less than 1 second, and immediate failover to the secondary region, meeting the strict RTO and RPO requirements. Why not other options? Option A, S3 with CRR is for object storage, not databases, and does not meet the RTO requirements. Option B, AWS backup with daily snapshots fails to meet the 5-minute RPO, as snapshots occur periodically. Option C, an active-passive setup with RDS read replicas has a longer failover time and slower replication, compared to Aurora. Question 2. A media streaming company wants to serve static video content globally with low latency. They want to optimize costs while ensuring scalability. Options: A. Use S3 with transfer acceleration. B. Use EC2 instances with elastic load balancing, ELB. C. Use S3 with CloudFront. D. Use EBS volumes attached to auto-scaling EC2 instances. Correct answer: C. Use S3 with CloudFront. Explanation: S3 provides highly durable and cost-effective storage, while CloudFront caches content globally for low-latency delivery, reducing data transfer costs. Why not other options? Option A, transfer acceleration is for faster uploads, not global content delivery. Option B, hosting static files on EC2 with ELB is more expensive and less scalable. Option D, using EBS with EC2 is unnecessarily complex and costly for static content. Question 3. A legacy on-premises application is being migrated to AWS. The application stores session data in memory and uses a MySQL database. It requires high availability and automatic scaling. Options: A. Use EC2 with MySQL and an ELB. B. Use Elastic Beanstalk with a managed RDS MySQL instance. C. Use ECS with DynamoDB and autoscaling. D. Use Lambda with RDS proxy. Correct answer: B. Use Elastic Beanstalk with a managed RDS MySQL instance. Explanation: Elastic Beanstalk provides a fully managed service for deploying applications with built-in scaling. RDS MySQL ensures high availability and managed backups. Why not other options? Option A, EC2 requires more manual management for scaling and high availability. Option C, DynamoDB is not suitable for relational data, and ECS increases complexity. Option D, Lambda is not suitable for session-heavy applications without significant re-architecture. Question 4. You need to build a real-time analytics pipeline to process streaming data from IoT devices. Data must be transformed and stored for querying. Options: A. Use Kinesis data streams, Lambda, and DynamoDB. B. Use S3, Glue, and Athena. C. Use Kinesis Data Firehose, Lambda, and S3. D. Use Redshift with Data Pipeline. Correct answer: C. Use Kinesis Data Firehose, Lambda, and S3. Explanation: Kinesis Data Firehose ingests streaming data, Lambda transforms it in real time, and S3 stores the data for querying or further processing. Why not other options? Option A, DynamoDB is not suitable for analytics queries and storage of large datasets. Option B, S3, Glue, and Athena are better suited for batch processing, not real-time analytics. Option D, Redshift is optimized for large-scale analytical queries, but it is not designed for real-time ingestion. Question 5. A healthcare company stores sensitive patient data on S3. They require encryption at rest and must rotate encryption keys regularly. Options: A. Use S3 default encryption with SAA-C03. B. Use S3 default encryption with SAA-C03 and enable automatic key rotation. C. Encrypt data client-side before uploading to S3. D. Use a custom encryption library to encrypt data before uploading. Correct answer: B. Use S3 default encryption with SAA-C03 and enable automatic key rotation. Explanation: SAA-C03 allows integration with AWS KMS for key management and automatic rotation, meeting regulatory compliance for key rotation. Why not other options? Option A. SAA-C03 provides encryption but does not allow key rotation or custom key management. Option C. Client-side encryption is harder to manage and audit. Option D. Custom encryption libraries add complexity and are less secure than managed solutions. Question 6. Your organization needs a web application deployed in multiple AWS regions to serve users with minimal latency. The application uses a single RDS database. Options: A. Use multi-AZ RDS with cross-region read replicas. B. Use Aurora Global Database. C. Use DynamoDB global tables. D. Use RDS with multi-region failover enabled. Correct answer: B. Use Aurora Global Database. Explanation: Aurora Global Database replicates data across regions with sub-second latency and supports instant failover for high availability. Why not other options? Option A. Cross-region read replicas introduce higher latency for writes and slower failover. Option C. DynamoDB is not suitable for relational data. Option D. RDS does not natively support multi-region failover. Question 7. A company wants to automate backups of its critical data stored on S3 and retain those backups for 7 years to meet compliance requirements. Options: A. Enable S3 versioning and lifecycle policies. B. Use AWS Backup to schedule and manage S3 backups. C. Use CloudTrail to log S3 access and maintain an audit trail. D. Use Glacier for cold storage of backups. Correct answer: B. Use AWS Backup to schedule and manage S3 backups. Explanation: AWS Backup allows centralized management of backup policies and retention for compliance purposes, supporting S3 backups. Why not other options? Option A. Versioning with lifecycle policies helps manage versions, but does not meet compliance tracking or centralized management. Option C. CloudTrail provides audit logs, not backup capabilities. Option D. Glacier is for archival storage, not backup management. Question 8. A company has an on-premises data center and wants to securely extend its network to AWS using a cost-effective solution. They also need low latency for data transfer between the two environments. Options: A. Use Direct Connect with a dedicated connection. B. Use a site-to-site VPN connection. C. Use AWS Global Accelerator with VPN. D. Use VPC peering. Correct answer: B. Use a site-to-site VPN connection. Explanation: A site-to-site VPN connection is cost-effective, secure, and can extend the on-premises network to AWS with reasonable latency. Why not other options? Option A. Direct Connect provides lower latency and higher bandwidth but is more expensive and not required for this use case. Option C. AWS Global Accelerator improves application performance but does not extend networks. Option D. VPC peering is for connecting two VPCs, not extending on-premises networks. Question 9. Your company needs to store critical data across multiple AWS regions to comply with data sovereignty laws. The solution should provide low-cost storage with easy replication. Options: A. Use S3 with cross-region replication, CRR. B. Use S3 intelligent tiering with lifecycle policies. C. Use RDS read replicas. D. Use DynamoDB global tables. A. Use S3 with cross-region replication, CRR. Explanation: S3 CRR replicates data to another region automatically and securely, ensuring compliance with data sovereignty laws. Why not other options? Option B. intelligent tiering optimizes cost but does not handle cross-region replication. Option C, RDS-read replicas are for database workloads, not general data storage. Option D, DynamoDB global tables are for NoSQL use cases, not object storage. Question 10. A company has Lambda functions processing requests intermittently throughout the day. The functions have memory usage of 1 GB and run for about 2 seconds per invocation, with 10 million invocations per month. They want to optimize costs. Options: A. Reduce the memory allocation of Lambda functions. B. Use provisioned concurrency for Lambda. C. Migrate the workload to EC2 with autoscaling. D. Use step functions to break down the process. Correct answer: A. Reduce the memory allocation of Lambda functions. Explanation: Lambda pricing is based on memory allocation and execution time. Reducing memory allocation can lower costs if performance is not impacted. Why not other options? Option B. Provisioned concurrency increases costs and is for high latency reduction, not cost optimization. Option C. EC2 with autoscaling may be costlier due to persistent instances and management overhead. Option D. Step functions add orchestration costs and are unnecessary for this scenario.